Question, an honest question for all you FC Bayern Munich fans out there. What happens in the unlikely event, in the unimaginable event that you don't sign Florian WIRTZ? What happens if you don't get WIRTZ? You're going to need someone else, right? And I'm sure that Max Eberl, with his glasses and his shiny pants, Christoph Frund, Uli Hoeneß, and the board at FC Bayern, I'm sure you've got a shortlist. And we've got one. And the latest name on our shortlist, one of your options, if you can't get WIRTZ, is this guy, Rayan CHERKI. Yeah, Rayan CHERKI. His name's all over X. We use X. Anyway, this is according to OneFootball, and one day we'll be your partner, right? One day we'll be creating daily content for you. Anyway, this is a OneFootball post on X. Rayan CHERKI has announced that he will leave Lyon this summer. And apparently, talk about mic drop, he did this announcement in the mix zone after a recent game, the last game of the season. Yeah, he was there in his tracksuit and he just sort of casually, nonchalant, very French word, isn't it? Nonchalant said to the media and the fans, "Au revoir, au revoir. I'm going now. I'm done. I'm done." At just 21 years of age, he has a huge amount of experience on his hands. That is totally right. 185 games he's played for Olympique Lyon. 29 goals, 45 assists. We'll clap that in all day long. Here is Rayan CHERKI. What's fascinating about him is he's omni-footed. He has got 2 feet. Well, we all have, right? Well, actually, not all. And don't put me on a blog post for that. He can use both left and right foot. He currently plays on the right wing, as you can see here. Right wing for Lyon. In his domestic campaign for Lyon in Ligue UNE, he's played 30 times. He scored 8 goals and he's come up with 11 assists. So that's a 19-goal involvement season in Ligue UNE, just on its own. And of course, he's played in the UEFA Europa League, or the UEFA Cup as it is to my older viewers, right? He's played in the Europa League. They got knocked out, didn't they, in the end by Manchester United. And again, Closet Gooner, it's painful, but well done Tottenham. Congratulations Spurs. Yadami, congratulations on winning the Europa League. You beat Manchester United. Come back here. Anyway, to say that you've been knocked out of a tournament by the eventual winners always takes the edge off as far as I'm concerned. But in that tournament, 12 appearances, 4 goals, 8 assists, 31 goal involvement season. All right, also played a couple of times in the Coupe de France, effectively the equivalent of the DFB Pokal and the FA Cup in the UK. So, yeah, like 32 goal involvements. That's what I put that as. Rayan CHERKI here, look. Right winger, but he can use both feet. So I'm flagging this up. He's never going to get a game, is he, for you, for FC Bayern Munich? He's never going to get a game for Bayern on the right because you've got Michael Olise with that chef's kiss of a left foot. But this guy, because he can use both feet, he could go on the left. He could take the place of a trouble-causing Leroy Sané, an ageing Serge Gnabry, and a Kingsley Coman, who you're trying to offload, or you're trying to persuade, I read earlier today, you're trying to persuade Kingsley Coman to go to Saudi Arabia. Anyway, this guy, because he can use left foot and right foot, he can play on the left wing, he can even play as number 10. Yes, he could play as an attacking midfielder. And this is a fascinating article, which I am going to link to in the description box down below. This is just looking at all his talent. Look, Rayan CHERKI analysis, different positions and style of play that he can offer. Here's the technical analysis here. Look, CHERKI is a left-footed attacking player who is comfortable as a wide midfielder winger and in a more advanced central role in midfield. An exceptional technician. He's a skilled manipulator of the ball. He can dribble. We'll come on to that in a bit, actually, because he won an award for that. He's able to dribble and travel with possession to evade pressure in extremely congested situations. He's got a reference to Lionel Messi for his distinct dribbling style. Can also play in the wing. Look, when playing as a winger, CHERKI is most often played on the right-hand side, but he's not going to get a game for Munich on the right. Then he receives the ball on his left foot, uses that left foot to start the dribbles with more immediate control. He manipulates the ball and he can just change direction at will, basically. Drifts into half space, makes horizontal movements behind the opponent's midfield line, roams into spaces where we can open up defences for the opposition. There you go. And he can play as an attacking midfielder. Again, he could play as a number 10. He could be, if in the unlikely event of an emergency, break glass, you could sign this guy, Rayan CHERKI, and play him as your number 10, your playmaker, if you don't sign Florian WIRTZ. He's also capable of playing in a more advanced central position as a central attacking midfielder in a 4-2-3-1. Who plays a 4-2-3-1? The big brain one, doesn't he? Old Vincent Kompany, you play. I keep saying you because I'm primarily addressing FC Bayern Munich fans. Your team plays in a 4-2-3-1. Here's your natural. I suppose you've got Musiala as well, so what do you do with him? You could, I guess, you could rotate between the two. You could push CHERKI out onto the left wing. That's the thinking we've got here between Gonzo and I. Again, as an attacking midfielder in congested central areas, CHERKI is proficient in receiving and protecting possession against pressure from the opposition. He receives it on his front foot to protect the ball safe out wide from defenders, uses his body, outstretched arms as a physical barrier to restrict attempts to intercept or pinch the ball. He can navigate his way out of pressure situations because he's got this exceptional ball control and skill. Again, likening him to Lionel Messi. He's got all the flair and creativity that he need in the final third from a playmaker, from a number 10, particularly in dangerous central areas, and he poses a constant threat. CHERKI is far from predictable. He makes things quick. He makes it happen quick around him, which is exactly what you want. And again, that's a nice screenshot there where you can see he's got the vision to spot the through ball. Out of possession, and we'll come on to this later on because Thierry Henry, who was managing him for France, Viva la France under 21s, made the point here that he's basically he ain't interested in defending, right? But why should he? I would argue, why should he be bothered about tracking back and defending? Now, I know, and again, all you FC Bayern fans out there will agree on this, that he gets a lot of shit. He's a bit of a trouble causer, but Sané does actually do a lot of tracking back and a lot of defending. Although, for what is his salary, I recall it's something like in the high 200s, 320 odd. I think it's 280,000 euro anyway. And what did he come up with this season? 11 goals, and I believe it was 5 assists. This guy's far more effective. Off the top of my head, Rayan CHERKI's salary per week is around about 80,000 euro. So yeah. You might end up signing him for 25-30 million euro and you're paying substantially less as a salary to this guy. He's being compared to Lionel Messi and he's only 21. He's only 21. Right. As a result of all those skills then, and you can just see it on the right, but there's a picture of him in the Lyon shirt, he's just been voted as the UEFA Europa Young Player of the season. Let's get some ticker tape coming from the top. Yeah, I'll say that again. The UEFA Europa League Young Player of the Season. Last season, in fact, for 2 years in a row, Florian WIRTZ. And before that, there's an interesting stat that you can just about see it. Ansgar Knauf of Frankfurt, of Die Adler. And the reason that Ansgar Knauf was voted that in the 22 campaign was because they won it under Philipp Glasner, current Crystal Palace manager, but did formerly manage Frankfurt. And before that, SVR Rieder, the team that we went to see last summer. They've just been promoted as well, by the way, to the Bundesliga proper in Austria. Let's have some more ticker tape. Anyway, Ansgar Knauf, along with Florian WIRTZ and Rayan CHERKI. And let's just have a quick look at his numbers, which are... Oh, that's too big now. There you go. 12 matches played, 990 minutes, 4 goals, 8 assists, 81, I'll call it 82, fuck it, because it's Friday. 82% passing accuracy, top speed of 33.17 kilometres per hour, covers a lot of distances. Yeah, there you go. Rayan CHERKI, young player, Europa League Young Player of the Season. And they are. There's just confirmation in that beautiful graphic. Well done, Rayan CHERKI. Squawker Media they've just called it out as well. They've called out his numbers, right? The numbers that he's posted. 46 chances created. This is all in the Europa League, by the way. 46 chances created, which is the most. Most big chances created, 15. Most goals and assists, again, 12 for your goal involvement. And most assists, 8. I'm not surprised that it was voted on the back of that. And this is fascinating. This is data analysis of Ligue 1, where he plays in France currently for Olympique Lyon, right? So French League, big chances created. He's top of the pile with 22. Top of the pile, ahead of Bradley Barcola of PSG and Lee Kang-in and Desiree Doué. What a baller he is, by the way, Desiree Doué. So yeah, there you go. Big chances created in this season in Ligue 1. He's top of that list. Touches in the opposition's box. 9th on the list as well, 146. Yeah, so he's... Oh, look at that. It's Lacazette. Alexander Lacazette, yeah. Good spot, Gonzo. He's on that list as well. Ex-Arsenal striker, 144. But yeah, Rayan CHERKI. So not only is he responsible for the most big chances created in Ligue 1, 22, he's had 146 touches in the opposite box, which is top 10 in the seasonal rankings. He ain't doing any tackling, as we're going to find out. But most assists, look at that, 11. 11 assists and goals scored. He's not on that list, but he has scored enough to get recognised for this. There it is. Sorry, for this Europa League Player of the Year. He's also, let's keep these honours coming. This is how good this guy is, right? He's made basically the team of the season. Les 11 Fantastiques, as voted by the UNFP, which is effectively a bit like the Players Award in the UK. I'm not sure what you have in Germany is the equivalent. I'm going to have to look that up. But anyway, it's like that, the PFA, the Professional Football Association. It's their version in France. And he's in the team of the season. Look, surrounded by PSG players. Oh, with the exception of Chevalier, the goalkeeper from Lille. There he is. Look, yeah, he's the central attacking midfielder in a 4-2-3-1 in the Ligue 1 team of the season. Fabulous. And the awards keep on coming. Look at this. Rayan CHERKI's been named as Ligue 1's best dribbler. And I'm not sure that means because of how he eats his food. I mean, what he's like with his feet. Because, again, he can use both. He can use his left and his right foot, can he? He's omnipedal? I believe that's what you would call it, yeah. Anyway, and here he is, being presented the award by Eden Hazard. Remember him? This is, again, we always turn to Mia San Mia on X. This is back in January this year, so during the January winter transfer window, just before the Bundesliga season restarts. Max Eberl spoke directly with Rayan CHERKI by phone, telling him about his admiration for the player's profile, which he particularly appreciates. CHERKI is one of several attacking players Bayern have contacted to test the waters ahead of a potential move. And then we pick up here with our trusted source, Florian Plettenberg, who works for and reports for Sky.de, covers all the transfer news, is close to FC Bayern. He reports here, look, FC Bayern are monitoring Rayan CHERKI, have gathered all the relevant information about his future plans. Bayern are aware that it would only cost, could round it up if you want, guys, €25 million in the winter or summer. Summer obviously being very prophetic because we're in that summer window now. However, this is the interesting part, really. However, reports of an alleged phone call between Max Eberl and CHERKI have been denied by all parties. CHERKI is currently not at the top of Bayern's list. And again, that was back in January. Now, what really caught my eye is this from Bavarian Football Works. Bayern Munich's pursuit of Rayan CHERKI was delayed from January due to CHERKI's difficult character. Imagine that. Imagine someone saying that about you in the workplace. You've got a difficult character. We're going to overlook you for promotions. You'd be fucked off, wouldn't you? January is not the right time to bring in a disruptive force. Obviously, like, whoa, you got my attention now. And it's down here, look. Bayern maintain an interest in Rayan CHERKI with a view to a summer move. The club didn't make an offer in January because the player is considered to have a difficult character and needs to be integrated slowly, which wouldn't have been possible mid-season. He's got a difficult character and would need to be integrated slowly. Again, difficult character. To me, my inference of that is he's prickly. He's outspoken, he's obnoxious, he's got a massive ego. That's what I would take from that one. I think it's been misunderstood. This is the Mirror, and I am low for political reasons, really. But there's a quote here, which throws a bit more light on it. Right, where's it gone? There we are. Look, so Thierry Henry, Arsenal legend, coached Cherki while Henry was part of the French under-21s and the Olympic team who won silver at the Olympics in Paris last year. The Arsenal legend said, whilst his talent is not in doubt, Cherki needs to be encouraged to contribute defensively. And he goes on to say, look, we dropped him in the deep end, and that too, and he managed to get through it. That's the strength of a great player. You know what it's like, don't you? As a student in your studies, when you make that progression to college level, university, it's all independent. You're on your own, right? Literally, you are on your own. You have to knuckle down and do it, or quit and join the forces, right? Which a lot of my friends did when I was going for university and soaking up that knowledge and making lots of videos and playing football. My friends were like, "Oh, fuck this! I don't like it. It's too casual. I'm off for some discipline." That's kind of the point that's being made here. Is that he basically needs to pull his weight and track back and defend. And I think that's where it's been misconstrued as he's got a difficult personality. And what's fascinating here is that, actually we'll jump that one, is this here. So this is, someone's done a bit of an expose on the life of Rayan CHERKI. It's the section on his personal life which is fascinating. Rayan CHERKI maintains a relatively private personal lifestyle. Fair enough. No public record of any relationship or any children. Yeah, he's worth a good amount of money, but he's worked hard for it, right? Because he's fucking talented. Hence he's been voted as the Europa League's Player of the Season. This is the bit here, look. Despite his substantial income, CHERKI is known for leading a modest lifestyle, often emphasising the importance of staying grounded and focused on his career. And look at this, all this charitable work. Beyond his football career, CHERKI is involved in various charitable activities, often participated in community events and supporting youth football initiatives. His involvement in charitable work demonstrates a commitment to giving back to the community that supported his journey. By mentoring young players and contributing to local programmes, CHERKI aims to inspire the next generation of athletes and promote inclusivity in the sport. That to me doesn't sound like a guy that's got an ego or is prickly. Fucking hell, yeah. So, yeah, make of it what you will about that article that, he didn't sign in the January window, the winter window, transfer window, because of a prickly personality. Anyway, and then we pick up here with Sportsmole that significant interest is coming from 5 Premier League teams. And there's that advice again from Henry about, well, maybe if you just track back a bit, you'd be okay. 5 Premier League clubs: Man City, Aston Villa, Tottenham Hotspur, and Liverpool. And he count 4 there. Oh, and Manchester United, of course. Yes, Manchester United. And then Dortmund as well. Yeah, there is some truth to that one. And even Milan, right? So he's wanted. And it's not hard to understand why, is it? When he's racking up... where's it gone? When he's racking up these kind of numbers. And again, just in Ligue 1 alone, 19 goal involvements. I mean, yes, not surprised whatsoever. And again, just to confirm the Dortmund interest, because of course this is first and foremost a Bundesliga channel, as per Bild, and we've got to give them credence, right? Massive outlet, media outlet in Germany. Bundesliga side Dortmund has 2 priority transfers: Job Bellingham and Rayan CHERKI. Ideally, both players will join BVB this summer. That's an ex-post from a fan site, right? BVB Central, but it's coming from Bild. So there's got to be truth in it. And this is Florian Plettenberg again, back in January during the winter transfer window. Rayan CHERKI remains a topic at Dortmund. However, a final decision has not been made. Yep, the fee's going to be 22.5 million. It's all done on a verbal agreement. Again, it's unique in France. There's no release clauses from what I understand. It's all done on your word, which is very Dutch. Very Dutch it's very prominent in Dutch culture that you do business on a handshake and your word is your word. I can't remember how you pronounce that in Dutch. It's something like my spoch is my spoch. That sounds terrible. But yeah, it's my word is my word, basically. My word is my word. And then, where's it gone here? To finish out, Manchester United want to sign Lyon star Rayan CHERKI. That's according to Le Progrès. However, CHERKI's preference would be Liverpool. Anyway, FC Bayern Munich fans out there, you've had interest with him. Whether or not Max Eberl spoke to him on the phone or not, he's clearly racking up the numbers to such an extent that he cannot be overlooked, right? It'd be, as far as we're concerned, a cost-effective transfer option, even if you do get Florian WIRTZ. Imagine putting this guy out on the left wing because he can use both feet, cut inside, link up with someone like a WIRTZ and or Musiala, feed Harry Kane. Christ, yeah. Low transfer fee, €25 million, €80,000 a week wage. All right, that might end up going up to 120, 150. Still cheaper than what you're paying out at the minute. To Sané, Coman and Gnabry. It's still cheaper. And he's only 21, right? He's only going to get better. So, I call on you, Bayern Munich fans out there, see that comment section down there? It's got your name on it, and you know the drill. Let me know your thoughts on Rayan CHERKI. Let me know if you want to see him in a Bayern Munich shirt. Let me know if you know about his personality, because I'm intrigued by that. Although from what I've read, he's a very charitable guy who is all about inclusivity, right? Because I believe he's Algerian French. A lot of politics there, which is what we don't go into. But I can see the whole point around him trying to promote inclusivity, which is brilliant. Honestly, that touches my heart. Such a gifted footballer. Let me know again in the comment section down below if you want to see him playing for Munich. He's clearly made his mind up. He's going somewhere. And I guess the bigger question then is, where's he going to end up? Is he going to end up in the Bundesliga for FC Bayern Munich? Is he going to end up playing for Dortmund? Is he going to end up playing for Frankfurt? Because they usually take a look at what Dortmund are doing and go after the same players. Or is he coming to England? Is he going to the Premier League, to Liverpool, to Manchester United? Well, clearly he's got a hard-on for Liverpool. And Liverpool have got a hard-on for Florian WIRTZ. Imagine those two again in the same team. Because, interesting that from that previous article, that he likes to play as a cam in a 4-2-3-1. That's what FC Bayern Munich play under Vincent Kompany, and it's what Liverpool are currently playing under Arne Slot. Anyway, let me know in that comment section down below. And also have a think about it. In fact, fuck it, don't think about it, just do it. These two fingers in your double pivot. First one, smash the like. Second one, hit the subscribe button, because then you'll know when future videos are coming. And third one, well, it's not fingers, but you can use your fingers and get them around your mouth and spread the word. Spread the word on our behalf, please. That's it. Bring your classmates, your workmates, your family, while you're out and about and in with a shout. Bring these people down. Come on, get them in here. Usher them in like a sheepdog. Get them in here. It's safe space, this one. This is a safe space where real men cry too. We're passionate. We're building a community. We're on the road to 100 subscribers. We're on 79 at the minute. We would love to get to 100 before the Club World Cup, which again, you can enjoy that with us here on this channel. Anyway, think about subscribing, but don't think too long. Just get it done. Like the video and spread the word. How's that? Rayan CHERKI, fucking baller. He's got a bright future. He's going somewhere. Where's it going to be? Au revoir, auf Wiedersehen, ciao, 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 ciao for now.